All right, so part 2. I'm going to show you using this table, okay? Just more examples of how to change percents into fractions and decimals and ratios. So at school, 100 students were surveyed about their favorite lunches. The table shows the results. We're going to complete the table to find out how many students chose tacos. I would choose tacos, that's for sure. All right, so A is find the number of students who choose tacos. Okay, how are we going to do that? We're going to write each percent as a fraction with a denominator of 100 and as a decimal. Then we're going to complete the table. We're going to first write each percent as a fraction with a denominator of 100 and as a decimal, and then we're going to write the number of students out of 100 who choose each lunch. So let's get started. So hamburgers, 15% of students chose hamburgers. How would I write that as a fraction? 15 out of 100, okay, because 100 is the whole thing, and in this case, there are 100 students, right? How would I write this as a decimal? Well, I could actually go back to this percentage and just move my decimal 2 places to the left and add a 0. So there isn't a decimal here, boys and girls, but remember that decimal is part of that invisible math that we don't see all the time. We don't see it, but we know it's there. So my new decimal, or how I would write it, is 0 and 15 hundredths. Okay. And how many out of 100? 15. Okay, good job. All right, so what about 45? Well, there's 45 out of 100. I would move my decimal, my invisible decimal, 2 places to the left, add my 0, and be 45 hundredths, or 45 out of 100. Same thing with 35%. 35% chose tacos. All right, 35 out of 100. I'm going to move this decimal 2 places to the left, add my 0, which will turn that into 35 hundredths, or 35 out of 100. Then other 5% chose another lunch. 5 out of 100. I'm going to move my decimal 2 places to the right. Whoops, what happens if there's not a number here? Well, I'm just going to add a 0 and my decimal and another 0. Because this 5 has to be in the hundredths place because it's out of 100. So I have 0. And then I have 5 out of 100. So they really want to know how many students chose tacos. Well, we already know 35 out of 100 chose tacos. Okay? I would choose tacos. I'm probably one of those 35. All right, so I am going to assign the lesson on Google Classroom. It's actually really fun, interactive. You click and drag your answers, and then you can each turn in your assignment when you're done. Shouldn't take you very long. If you need any help, I want you to email me right away over my RCS email, and I will be more than happy to help you. I want you to have a fantastic weekend and rest up, get rested for the week ahead, and I will see you next week. All right, miss you guys.